Okay, so we can send, if we can't get people
Hmm.
on the Zoom, we can send them the information
Hmm.
and get the sorors to confirm if they want to help out.
Okay. And it's going to be easy and painless because I have a template that I was just about to show to Vanessa. And I had just
Right,
told her as to why I came up with this idea. And I
right,
actually came up with it prior to COVID. But during COVID, it kept nagging at me. And it kept nagging. Like I told Vanessa, I could have easily did it in mid sub, and
right,
or anything, but it kept saying, nope, this has to be with traveling scarves, with
right,
Burt's group, and mainly because it's the spirit of the group. Not that the spirit of my group is bad or any other group, but it's just the
right,
spirit and the purpose of as to how scarves started is most befitting and
right,
all to do it with it. And we can always include the groups because I'm going to, of course, I'm
right,
going to include Mids Up. And I have
right,
spoken to several other group admins to see if they would be interested to allow it to be
right,
streamed in their group and to also publicize it in their group. But
right.
it's a short time span to get this up off the ground. And it's not a burden to do so and all because you never know when God is going to call you because I can't
That's
say,
right.
okay, I'm going to do this next year. No, it's not next year. As a matter of fact, I think the seed was planted in my head prior to COVID for it because of God knew that COVID, was coming and all, and we knew that we was going to have something before the end of 2020 to commemorate this year because it's been a trying and tough time for a lot of us. Many of
Right.
us, we don't even know what a lot of us are going through. I myself, like I've told Vanessa, I've lost 15 family members
Oh,
since
wow.
October. I'm sorry, since April. But there's
Right.
somebody out there who's probably been through a whole lot more than me. And
Well, our families and the community
mhm.
that we know oh so well,
Yep.
our friends, you know, uh, our coworkers, our sorors,
Mhm.
a lot of those folk are suffering with COVID. I fight this bear every day,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it's nothing to be ashamed of. And we all need to, pray for one another, pray for the world. This vaccine that we have,
Yeah.
that's coming out. I'm not 100% for that
Yeah.
because there's not enough research, you know, but they're trying to get it out there to help us. So, but like I said, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's something to take head on and try to get through it. But,
Yeah.
we just have to remain vigilant about what we're doing for ourselves, for our family. Serious, serious virus. And I'm telling everybody on everything I love, you know, and
Yeah.
everybody know that I love Delta Sigma Theta.
Yeah.
Uh, it's serious. People are
Very.
dying, and when you go to work to see it, like I do every night. I usually work
Hmm.
3 nights a week. I'm
Yeah.
working 5 nights a week because we have over 100 and something, maybe 107. I don't know what the number is now.
Yeah.
Employees that are out with COVID,
Oh, Lord.
and we are a hospital,
Mm.
and people are going out every day. They're going out every day, and the numbers are crawling
Hmm.
and crawling and crawling and crawling.
Yeah.
So, this is why I say, we need to stay prayed up. We need to stay vigilant
Hmm.
about what we're doing,
Yeah.
with,
Yeah.
our families, our
Yeah.
friends. And I can tell you, my girlfriend called my daughter and wanted my daughter to come and see her. She wanted my daughter to bring her
Hmm.
something. And my daughter was like, I can't come because she said, I'm working tomorrow. And when I get off work, I need to go home and prepare myself, but blah, 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 blah. Long story short, my daughter felt bad because she didn't go. And she called and said, Mom, I couldn't go, because my schedule's so tight and I couldn't go. I'm going to try to go on the weekend. Well, my girlfriend let her niece come to live with her.
Hmm.
Um, until her apartment was ready. And her niece is asymptomatic,
Mm.
and my girlfriend died.
Oh.
3 days later, she was in the hospital unconscious. They
Hmm.
couldn't wake her or anything. They tested her for COVID, found out she was positive, and went back, tested her sons, tested her niece who was there. Her
Mm-hmm.
niece was positive. She who was in the house with her.
Yeah.
And the young lady had left her father's house, tested him, my girlfriend, and her niece's father. They both died.
Mm.
So that's how serious it
It's
is. It's
so much
wiping out
going
families.
on. Entire
Yeah,
families.
families are nine.
Yeah.
Families are nine. Whole families are dying. I seen a family of nine. All of them died. I seen a family of six. All died except for one.
Yeah.
Except for the baby.
Yeah.
So we have
Hmm.
to be very vigilant.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
anything people don't know, sorors, your friends, your neighbors, or whatever, especially our elderly,
Yeah.
they don't know. They just think they can go out
Yeah.
and do what they were doing last year. You
No.
just can't.
Well, that is one reason as to why, and even more so, because I told you, the idea kept on nagging at me, and I kept on
Right,
putting it on the back burner. And
right,
I thought about it. I said, I haven't been, now I can tell you right now, I wasn't going to church as much as I should have been prior to COVID.
right,
But now, because I can't go to church, I'm missing it even more. Then I
right,
started thinking about my childhood. I was going to church. A lot of us are looking at doing virtual church, but some of us
right,
don't have that because some of our churches don't have the capabilities. So I
right.
wanted to put together a virtual, ecumenical, and intercessory prayer event, just like
Okay.
old fashioned church, but well, you can do it by Zoom. Vanessa
Right.
says she's very familiar with StreamYard, and we can do it through
Mm-hmm.
StreamYard as well. And what I did is that, well, let me show you. I showed you that
Right.
template for the program
Mm-hmm.
today. I've worked on it more since I've shown
Mm-hmm.
it to you. So I'm going to share the screen for it.
Okay.
And let me go back to it and let me know if you see it. Okay, you see it?
Okay. It
Okay, it
says,
says,
okay, I
okay, I
see it.
see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the program. The program,
Mm-hmm.
I have tagged it down to 1 hour and 30 minutes top,
Mm-hmm. Right.
knowing that we can't put God in a lane and stuff,
Right.
but I given ample time. And it's a event dedicated with full of prayer, song, and praise. Okay.
Okay.
And so you'll see where in the red I have the opening intercessory cry, a
Mm-hmm.
Mother of
Right.
Zion prayer. And I
Mm-hmm.
found if we can't find a Mother of Zion within our group or outside of our group, I do have a YouTube taping of a Mother of Zion doing a prayer, intercessory prayer. It's beautiful
Okay.
and all, very beautiful. That runs 13 minutes and 42
Uh,
seconds. So I would not
Okay.
make that a part of the hour and 30 minutes. That means that I would actually have to start let's say if we say this is going to be at 8 o'clock in the morning, I would
Okay.
start that intercessory opening call to worship at 7:45, like
Okay.
13 minutes prior to. That'll give
Right.
people time to brush their teeth. They can listen to it. If they say, "Oh, I'm missing it," you're not missing it. We just
Right.
have an opening thing that is the call to worship. And then when you see the word dedication,
Right.
you'll see it every other way. It's in
Mm-hmm.
yellow. After that,
Right.
the dedication is the tribute to whatever the prayer was. It can be a
Right.
praise dance, it can be a soar singing, it can be a choir singing. They are sealing the
Right.
deal of the prayer. That's all it is. That's what the
Right.
dedication means, or the tribute.
Okay.
The welcome right here. Okay, I got to do my little. I'm up here pointing to my screen. You all can see me pointing to my screen. You see, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you see where it says welcome.
Right.
um, it says Angelica or somebody else. It can be me doing the welcome or somebody that we appoint to do the welcome to open
Right.
up the program. The opening prayer, I've asked Shavetta Williams. You know, she's a prayer of all these groups. You've seen her
Mm-hmm.
prayers. She has some
Right.
beautiful prayers.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she would be willing to do it on screen.
Okay.
Okay, and so that's great because Shavetta, we rarely see her. We only see
Right.
her writing. So I was
Right.
surprised when she said she would do it on screen. She can do it either
Right.
way. She can do it live, or she can actually do a videotape or video
Mm-hmm.
of her doing it, and I can input that in the program. And people won't know if it's live or not, but it'll look like it's live because some of this
Right.
program will be pre-taped. I'll just be putting it
Okay.
together like one big official program.
Okay.
So she's going to do the opening prayer. I'm not sure of how long her prayer will be. I'm going to find out from her. Then the words of welcome. The worship leader or me, somebody we can choose. That's the same
Mm-hmm.
person, it could be the same person who does the welcome, but this is the words. Then we
Mm-hmm.
have the prayer for social justice, pandemic, national
Mm-hmm.
disasters that we've encountered. That goes from the forest fires, that goes from COVID-19, that goes from George Floyd and folks that we've lost due to social injustices or police brutality. But there's a prayer for that.
Right.
Okay. And for that prayer, I'm not sure of how what the time is, but I know this. I've given each piece ample amount of time, and I know it's not going to take that much time. That's why I came out to an hour and 30 minutes, but this might come out to an hour at tops, but I'm
Okay.
saying an hour and 30 minutes. After the social, after the prayer, and we need to find somebody to do that prayer. So when you
Okay.
see
Probably.
prayer in red, you see with that prayer in red, that's what we need
Right.
somebody to do the prayer. We need
Okay.
somebody.
Probably. Dr. Kick,
Mhm.
Dr. Bernita Kick.
Okay, Dr. Bernita Kit for social
Yeah.
injustice.
Yes. Probably
And
Dr.
she
Bernita
can
Kick. But we
craft her
just,
prayer.
yeah, you need to send her an inbox and
Okay.
ask to confirm her, and you can just let her know I recommended her.
Okay, for that prayer.
Yeah,
And
right.
guess what? I found an outside guest presentation who gave us permission to use a piece to dedicate that prayer. It's a
Okay.
surprise. You will be so pleased. But I spoke to the people to get their permission if we can use
Right.
their piece to seal that
Okay.
prayer. So that's why you
Okay.
see special guest presentation.
Okay.
Okay, the next one, we need somebody to do a prayer for our children and their peers because we know what they're going through with the schools, with
Right.
being shut. And then our kids have those usual peer pressures, and our kids are scared.
Right.
And we need somebody to do a prayer for our children and their peers. Um,
Probably Sarah Valerie Carroll.
okay,
She's a clergy also.
Valerie Carroll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I got the special dedication for this one is Take a Look by Natalie Cole. It fits
Mm-hmm.
that part. So we got that part taken care of for the
Mm-hmm.
dedication of the tribute. Then we need someone to do a prayer for our families and friends, what they may be going through, things that we don't know that they're going through. Because I know this, even though we have families and we know what's going on in our families at sorts,
Right.
we really don't know what's going on a lot of times that they're keeping from us, especially when it comes to friends. I just found out
Right.
a friend of mine has been suffering from COVID. Another friend of mine lost her job. She hasn't
Yeah.
told nobody. Her job is
Right.
gone because of the shutdowns and stuff. So,
It's
mhm,
a couple of sorors
yeah,
that I know
yeah,
in the South,
going through
attorney firms.
surgeries.
Yep, attorney
Yes.
firms that have
Mhm.
shut down.
Yeah. And they won't tell it, they won't say it. I know it's about their pride. Now I know some of them don't want to, they think that they're burdening others with their problems. We need to pray for them. We
Right.
need to have a special prayer for friends, families, and
Right.
friends for things that we don't know
Um.
what they're going through.
Uh, what about Valerie Robinson? She's clergy also.
Okay, Valerie Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we have dedication, the tribute to that prayer. That's the dedication underneath it in yellow. We are looking for either a sword to sing or a group of swords to sing or find something to dedicate to that prayer. It can be a praise dance, it can be a choir, it can be an ensemble or a sword to sing.
Um, for singers from my group, Christina Watley and
Uh-huh.
Doreen Macklin.
Okay. And Macklin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The
Well,
singers.
she's on
Mhm.
Facebook as Doreen
Yeah.
Jones Macklin.
Oh, okay. Doreen Jones. Okay. And so after that, A prayer. We need somebody to do a prayer for the homeless, afflicted, addicted, and their recovery or assistance for them. We have a lot of homeless. I mean, I know we're at home suffering. I know we're at home suffering silently or blatantly out loud. But for those folks who are homeless who don't have a voice, we see them and we don't see them. We see them, we don't want to be around them. We see them, we feel sorry for them. But who's praying for them? I
Right.
think
Yeah.
we need to have a prayer for them.
Several Paula Croft.
Okay, Paula Cross.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that homeless prayer, we would like to have mentioned in that prayer about the homeless, the afflicted, the mentally ill, the addicted, the ones who are
Right.
for their recovery and their assistance to find the resources to get them out of those holes that they're in,
Right.
especially when the winter months are coming and they're
Right.
out there in the elements and all.
Right.
And they are the most susceptible to
Right.
getting, sick and all, even
Right.
without COVID. So we need a dedication to that, somebody to sing or praise, dance, or do spoken word or something. So that
Mm-hmm.
dedication is open. So you see those blank lines where it says
Right.
dedication in yellow or so that means that's open, that we need somebody. Then
Okay.
after that, we have the offering. And here's the special thing that I had proposed on the wall. For those admins who publicize the event, I was asking them, name a charity or a 501c3 that you would like to see given to directly. No money touches our hands, it goes directly to the
Right.
charity. All we do is list the link during the offering. And I
Right.
didn't ask you, Bertha. I think I asked you, but you didn't get a chance to let me know. But for mine, I would like to suggest draft. I talked
Right.
to Ronnie Beckton of the Boulevard. She
Right.
suggested a food pantry in her area. I talked to Shan Johnson and Phyllis Coley of Legacy 22.
Mm-hmm.
Phyllis suggested Pure Potential for scholarships for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Shan, I think she's talking about a homeless shelter.
Mm-hmm.
I myself, I'm suggesting draft.
Mm-hmm.
Bertha, we want you to suggest who you'd like to be given to, because during the offering, I'm going to just put the links up and say source. Because of our thankfulness and
Right.
because we want to help people, especially in that prayer for the homeless, afflicted, and addicted, and our family members, please, your offerings, we're considering these following,
Right.
charities or 501c3s. You can give to one, or you might want to split it up and give
Right.
$5 to each. And
Right.
Yeah, I like to
mhm,
include some
mhm,
programs here in
mhm,
Camden,
Right.
Camden,
exactly.
New Jersey.
Mhm. And it's that's going to take 9 minutes and 48 seconds. The reason why
Well,
is that
VJ give her the
mhm,
charities from Camden,
yeah,
because those are basically the ones that the veterans and our chapter,
yeah,
they work with. So, and
yeah.
VJ's a veteran, and so
Okay.
VJ, you can give her
Mhm.
the ones from Camden.
Yeah. The
Okay.
screen is going to show the links, and it's going to say this is the offering portion of the program. Look at these following charities or 501c3s. We would like for you to do your, in lieu of an offering, because we're not accepting money, go directly to these links while this song is being played. And the song that will be played during the offering is I Just Want to Thank You, Lord. You know that song.
Right.
That's very moving. It gives us
Right.
enough time. Some of us might want to give to more than one
Right.
charity. I know this. I'm going to split mine up. I already know that. Whoever's up there,
Right.
even if, and we're going to let the audience know, even if it's $2, even if it's
Right.
$1, even if it's
Right.
$5, whatever you want to give. If you
Right.
want to split it up, because I know I'm going to split it up. And of
Right.
course, it'll have any man who publicizes this event in their group will get a chance to name a charity. And it
Right.
depends on the number of members the number of admins. I'm the only, in theory, admin for mids up. So I only get one choice, one suggestion. I think you have more than one
I
admin
have
in your group.
I have 18 admins.
Okay, then if you want to put, if you want each one of them to give one, or either you and Vanessa give the ones that you want,
Well,
it's up
me
to
and
you.
you know what me and Vanessa will do, we'll
Mhm,
go in the admin group,
mhm.
and we'll see
Yeah,
who wants to post, and
yeah.
they could
And
give those links to Vanessa,
yeah,
and
and then
she
I'll
can
get those
forward them
links and
to
I'll
you.
put them down on the list and
Right,
say, here's who the offerings, that our picks. I'm not going to say you
right.
got to,
Well, we
our
want
pick.
to be careful
Mhm.
not to list too many.
Yeah,
And it might be
exactly.
helpful to give
Mhm,
a separate list of what they are. And then
mhm.
that way, if someone wants to revisit the list
Yeah.
or even share it,
Mhm.
it'll be available to them.
Yeah.
But we
Okay.
definitely don't want 20
Yeah.
No.
because you won't have a lot of
Mhm.
time to
Yeah.
look at the link.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So I
So,
know there's.
maybe just try to take one from each group
Uh-huh.
that,
Yeah, maybe have a total of 5
Mhm.
right, that to have
or
a total of
6.
5, so it won't be so overwhelming for
Yeah.
everyone, because,
Okay.
people may say, well, oh my God, it's so many, I can't give to all of them.
Yeah.
But,
Mhm.
just, they could just break it down. We
Yeah.
can break it down to maybe 3 or 5. I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't really matter. Um, Personally speaking, it doesn't really matter who we, do the offerings to.
Yeah.
Maybe one from your area, one from the area here, and one
Yeah.
from another area, to cover,
Yeah.
all of them, because,
Mhm.
sores are all over the world. And,
Yes.
we just can't have
Yeah.
20 or 50 of them, because it becomes
Yeah.
overwhelming, and then people
Yeah.
don't give anything, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, and we
So,
want them to have enough time in that 9 minutes and 48
right,
seconds if they
right,
want to give to one or two, or just split up what they want to give,
right,
if they want to split up between whatever is listed and all in that
right.
But I
time
do
period.
think that it would be
Mhm.
helpful to have a compiled list. And then
Mhm.
after the program,
Oh
we can
yeah.
make that list available. So
Okay,
no
that'd be
one will
great.
feel like they didn't
Mhm.
have that they didn't have a
Or like
voice.
their group wasn't,
Yeah.
included, you
Okay,
know.
yeah.
Right.
Okay,
So
that'd be
we'll do a
great.
compiled list, but we'll just,
Uh-huh.
put uh 3 to 5 up on the screen, so
Uh-huh.
that they can see it, and then
Yeah.
just tell them at the end, of the
Oh,
program,
Yeah.
end
Okay.
of the program,
Mhm.
you know,
Okay.
uh list is available that you can donate, and
Yeah.
the links will be provided at the end of the program.
Okay. Okay, that'll be great. So we'll do 5 or 6 and all, or on the screen, and then do an after
Yeah, and
list.
then the rest
Mhm.
of them, because if they don't want to give to those,
Mhm.
they could give to their own, but
Yeah.
there is want to be a list that,
Mhm.
source can choose from.
Okay, that'll be great. That'll be great. So after that, and then we'll be having the song. If I can find a sorrow who can sing, I just want to thank you, Lord. While
Mhm.
we're doing this, that'll be great. If not, I do have a recording that we can
Okay,
use. And but if I can have a sorrow to do that, if a sorrow is out there who can sing that in a
right,
soulful up to nine
right,
minutes, we
right,
want you. Please let us know. I'm doing this because
right,
I'm doing a recording of this too.
right.
Okay, so after the offering, we have the prayer for our elected officials in respective
Mhm,
cities. We need somebody
mhm,
to do that prayer. And we need somebody to do the dedication for that prayer. It can be a source singing, doing praise, dance, spoken word, or an ensemble of sorts.
mhm.
But that's a prayer for our elected officials. So if there's a soror out there who would like to do the prayer or create the prayer and say the prayer for our elected officials in respective cities, we need you.
Right. Mhm.
Next is the prayer for our neighbors,
Okay,
neighborhoods, and communities. We need
okay,
somebody to do a prayer, to craft the prayer and say the prayer for our
okay,
neighbors, neighborhoods, and communities. And then the
okay.
dedication, of course, a soror or a group of sorors singing, dancing, praise
Right.
dancing, spoken word. Next is the
Okay.
prayer for our sorority and the rest of the
Mhm.
D9 to do the great work that we do. We need to
Right.
pray for our leadership, during this time. We need to pray for our programs to ensure that they're thriving and they continue to
Right.
thrive for the new year. So we need a soror who can do the prayer for the sorority and the rest of D9 and the
Right.
dedication to that.
Right.
Then we have the prayer for our enemies. A lot of people, we forget to pray about them.
Mhm.
But the prayer for our enemies and all weapons formed against us. Pray for our enemies. A lot of them don't even know why they mad or why they're enemy or why. And then
Or
we have
they
enemies
can't
who are just
remember what
racist.
that's right. They don't know why, or they don't know
Mhm.
why they don't speak to certain people anymore
Yeah. Hmm.
because
And
it's been
then
so long.
exactly. And then we have racism. We have social injustice again.
Right.
We have folks who have self-hatred, who have hatred because we are us. And so
Right.
we need to do a prayer for those people, especially going into this new year, because we have a
Right.
lot of things piled up against us that we don't have no control over. And then to have
Right.
that added measure of people who are enemies and stuff. So we need to just do a prayer for them and all. And we need, and then after that, I'm looking for a soror to give the message of the day. Now I have
Mhm.
something on the plate. I'm not sure if they're going to say yes or no, but just in case, I do need a backup of a soror who's willing to give the sermon or message of the day.
Okay.
I won't know until later on tomorrow of who I initially asked if they will be available.
Hmm.
Now, a lot of these prayers, they can be done live, or
Right.
the story can do it as a video and send it to me.
Right.
Even with the dedication, you can do it live or as a videotape, give it to me in time enough, and I just incorporate it into this one big program. So it's not where you
Right.
have to be there the day of, because we can look at this all together as one big premiere as well.
Right.
But and if the person that I initially asked or requested to do the sermon of the day, a lot of you all would be so surprised and so happy. And Bertha, you would love it. I'm hoping that they
Okay.
can do it. I'm hoping. I
Okay.
don't want to say their name yet because I don't want to give up no
No,
no
no, just
hopes.
wait for them to confirm,
Yes,
you
I'm gonna
know.
wait. And then the Lord's Prayer that we all
Right.
should pray together.
Hmm.
I would like it can be well, maybe the one who does the sermon of the day might want to lead us in the Lord's Prayer, or we can
Right.
have another soror to do the Lord's Prayer, just in case if we have a soror who would like to do it or sing it. That would be
Right.
great. And
Right.
then the preparation for closing, whoever was the worship leader or me could do the
Right.
preparation for closing. The reason why is because there's one special part of this that closes out this program. We pray for everybody in this
Right.
program, but we did not pray for ourselves.
Right.
So we have the closing and the prayer where we are praying for ourselves, any transgressions that we may have done intentionally or not intentionally,
Right.
thanks, forgiveness, and for our continued growth
Right.
as individuals. We're going to pray for ourselves. And then the ending tribute is a very special closing, which I've asked another group of sorors if they would do it or allow us to use their piece to close out the program. And
Right.
we wrap up the program. It will be so beautiful
Okay.
if we can use it and all. And let me see, hold on. I want to make sure. And then, yeah, and then that's it. That's the program.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the template. Anything that's blank, we're looking for any prayers. And you've suggested some, Bert, as well,
Yeah,
which is
and
great.
just inbox those sorors,
Mhm.
um and let them know, that I suggested them because I know Soror Paula Cross, she posts
Mhm.
every day
Yeah.
inspirational stuff.
Okay.
um I know Dr. Kit
Mhm.
would be more than happy.
Okay.
uh um Valerie Carroll already has really committed and said that she's here to serve, to do whatever
Okay.
we need her to do.
Yes.
We just need to inbox uh, Reverend Robinson and let her
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
that we're requesting her services. I'm quite sure she will
Okay.
um, um, do what she needs to do.
Yeah.
I just spoke to her a few days ago,
Yeah.
because she goes into the nursing homes
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
North Carolina, and worship with them on Sundays and stuff.
Mhm.
And she just told me that she went into one of the nursing homes and they didn't tell her that they had a COVID positive patient in there,
Mhm.
but she
Mhm.
went
Mhm.
and got tested and she was fine.
Okay.
So I'm quite sure she would
Yeah.
um, help us out
Mhm.
what we need to do. So,
Yes.
but like I said, far as some singers now, I
Mhm.
know Soror Vaughn Keys Weston, she sings.
Yes, she
Yes,
does. She
Vaughn.
loves music.
Soror Vaughn Keys Weston, she sings, and
Okay.
Soror Angela F. Smith, she sings too. They're our
Okay.
Raleigh alumni chapter.
Okay. And then
So
I've asked Kiba Seymour to be a
right,
singer as
Kiva,
well.
right.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
I know
And
Vaughn would probably sing. I know she sings.
okay.
Well, Vaughn sings all the time.
Okay. Okay. Well, do we have all prayers covered? Do we have all bases covered? Do I need to add anything?
Well, you got everything covered,
Mm-hmm.
everything is covered. We just have to get people in place and
Mm-hmm.
get people committed and come up, with once we get all
Mm-hmm.
the blanks filled in and people committed, then I suggest we come back and do
Mm-hmm.
another Zoom
Mm-hmm.
and go over everything, and before we put the final nails in, and
Okay.
then go from there.
Now, this is what I want to do before we leave. What would be a good day? It has to be before the end of the year. What would
Right.
be a good day? Would it be a Friday? Would it be a Saturday? Would it be a Sunday?
uh I have to, well, like I said, um I don't know about no one else's schedule. I have to look at my schedule because my schedule is really crazy. Like
Yeah.
today I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow I work the next 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
That takes me all the way to Saturday.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, my schedule starts over again. And then it takes me
Mm-hmm.
another 5 days. And then I'm off
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday. So I
Yeah.
need
Cause
to
yeah.
look at my schedule
Mm-hmm.
and see, you know,
Yeah.
um, because
Cause
I know my schedule is hectic
mm,
because of COVID.
yeah.
Usually,
Mm-hmm.
um, I usually work 3 days, and I usually
Yeah.
work Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and then I'm home Wednesday to Saturday and
Mm-hmm.
go back to work. But like I said, because of COVID and so many staff members that are out, we're working 5 days. You don't have a
Yeah.
choice because we don't have anyone. So we're there.
Yeah.
Um, and I was lucky to be home today. And it's
Yeah.
not like they didn't
Yeah.
call me and ask me, well, you want to give up one of your days, to come in? No, I don't. I wanna stay home. I want to relax, you
Yeah.
know, and rest. All I do is sleep, and I pop
Yeah.
in and out of Facebook. And like I said, I depend on my admins to
Yeah.
stand in the gap for me in the
Mm-hmm.
group because I'm working all the time,
Yeah.
and like I said, I communicate with VJ a lot via
Yeah.
text or via phone
Yeah.
or early morning or something like that. It's because I'm working all the time and
Yeah, I
I'm not
know.
home.
Yeah, because I
I'm
was
not home.
thinking I wanted to do it. At first, I thought, okay, a Sunday is good, but then I don't want to take people away from their church.
Right, because
But
some people do
mhm,
Yeah,
do church.
Sunday is definitely not good.
yeah, so a Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday would be
Yeah.
let
good.
me look at my schedule
Hmm.
and see what Saturday I'm off.
Okay.
If I'm off on a Saturday, and I can text you or inbox you
Hmm.
and let you know what
Yeah.
Saturday that I'm off
Hmm.
and if it's good for me,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
Or
know.
maybe a Sunday evening,
Yeah, or Sunday evening.
Yeah, or
a
Sunday.
Sunday
Um,
evening like
Yeah.
5-ish maybe.
And a majority of the program will be pre-taped, just put together
yes,
as a program
yes,
anyway. It's just that some parts, if especially if these prayers want to be live, they
Right.
would have to be available for the live because there's going to still be a hostess talking in
Right.
between some of the stuff.
Right.
Okay. So either a Saturday morning or a Sunday evening.
Right. Right.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
that much we
that
do.
sounds good.
Okay. So it looks like we
But
have
I'm going
all.
to have to get ready to get off.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, we're about to leave
But
as well. It's because I got everything that we have.
Okay.
And do you want me to post this meeting on the wall? I recorded it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can post it on the wall if you
Mhm.
like. That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
And just get in contact with those sorors that I gave you,
I
and
certainly will.
let them know that I recommended them, and
Mhm.
um, just let them know they can either tape it or they
Okay.
can do it live.
Okay. That's
yeah,
great.
that's a good
And
idea.
then I should
Yeah,
have a group
it can
plan.
tape it or do it live, because I know a lot of sorors are working
Uh-huh.
from home.
Yeah.
A lot of sorors have children, a lot of sorors are taking care of their elderly parents, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
They probably had some people, like I
Uh-huh.
said, you know, uh people don't tell you everything, and we
That's
don't
right.
know who's sick and
And
who's
that's
not
why
sick.
we have to have this event. That's one
Right.
reason
We don't
why
know
we have.
who's sick
Hmm.
and who's not sick, because
Mhm.
believe me, there is a lot of sorors that are
Yeah.
COVID positive, and they're just not saying anything
Yeah, I know.
because they don't want people to know.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get
And
it wrapped.
I can understand their privacy, but
Mhm.
um, we've been fighting this bear since March,
Okay.
and there's nothing to be ashamed of. And if you're sick, you're sick. And bottom line is, you don't know how you've gotten infected. You don't
Yeah.
know. Most people that have had this virus don't know.
Mhm.
They just don't know. Especially if you don't work in the healthcare field, because if you work in the healthcare field, 10 to 1, you got it from your job. But
Yeah.
if you don't
Mhm.
work in the healthcare field and you travel somewhere, or you had someone in your home, or you were in a store and you wasn't wearing a mask or something like that, then you
Yeah.
probably got it like that. you
Yeah.
know but just
Okay.
post it on the wall, and
Okay.
then
Yeah,
inbox.
I have one suggestion.
Uh-huh.
Can we specifically put the words first or first line workers?
First line workers. Okay, you want a prayer form, a special prayer form?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
no
for
problem.
I don't
frontline
know
workers.
if you can
Yeah.
weave it
Yes, I
in,
sure can.
because it's not only am I referring to the doctors, but as Bert had said in a previous conversation, there are still the the people who work in grocery
This
stores,
it's for all
and just
frontline work,
everyone
for
who's
right,
dealing with the public
Mhm.
on a regular basis.
right.
So
Okay.
it could be gas station, it could be just a
You know,
plethora of people.
Okay, I'm putting it in
just like
right
I said,
now. I'm doing it right
yeah,
now.
so many frontline frontline employees
Yeah.
and sorors, that are out there, you know, working.
Mm-hmm.
And when people hear front line, they automatically think of healthcare professionals. It's
Yeah.
not
Hmm.
healthcare professionals. It's people that give you your food. It's
Yeah.
people that cook your food. It's people that
Right.
pump your gas. It's the people that drive the trucks to go from state to state to bring you the food that you can purchase. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's the
Yeah.
people that are dry cleaning your clothes. It's anyone who has uh exposure
Yeah.
to the community and people that live in the community. Those are frontline people.
Yeah. Okay. I
And
got
it's
them
just
in.
not the people that are taking
Mhm.
care of you because you're sick. It's
Yeah.
everyone.
Okay. I got it
You
right
had, like
here.
I said,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people that are
Mm-hmm.
a lot of sorors,
Yeah.
just regular people are frontliners, especially if they're taking care of the
Oh,
elderly.
wait, front line. That's right. First,
That's
first and front
frontliners.
line. Front line
Yeah,
part.
first and frontliners. If you're taking care, I'm going to use Vanessa as an example, because uh Vanessa and I are very good friends. You know, we're sorors and we're
Yeah.
very good friends. But Vanessa has an uncle who's 82 years old,
Yeah.
and thank God he's up and about. He's not sick, you know, or anything like that. But he's 82 years old. But we make sure Uncle Harold's taken care of. You know,
Yeah.
we live in the same area. Uncle Harold lives in a
Yes.
whole nother town from us. You know,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
and she goes, you know,
Yeah.
3-4 times a week, you
Yeah.
know, to take him shopping, to make sure he has everything that
Mhm.
she's a frontliner.
Okay.
She's a
I
frontliner.
got it. I got it right there. It's coming
Yeah, she's
right
a
after social
frontliner. So,
justice.
you know, anybody that's, and then for, you know, just examples for, you know, the frontliner, you know, you could just be a neighbor, and you're
Yeah.
taking care of your elderly neighbor who's
Yeah.
sick and shut in.
Yeah. And shopping for them
Mhm.
You
like
know,
you said.
those are
Okay.
all frontliners. It's just not,
Mhm.
you know, it's just not people
Yeah.
that work in the healthcare field.
So we need a
And
person, we need a soror to create a prayer just for
yes,
them, and we need a dedication for it. That's great. I
yes,
get it. Okay. I got it
okay,
coming right after social injustice.
okay.
Okay.
All right,
All
upload it
right,
on the,
sorors.
all
Good
Thank
right,
you.
chatting
upload
with
it on the
you.
wall, and then just keep me posted as what you get to, and then I'll look at my schedule and I'll send you the date that I'm
Yeah.
off.
Okay, great. Thank
Okay,
Okay,
love
you.
you
awesome.
guys.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right,
All
take
right, bye bye.
care. Thanks again, Angelica.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
Angelica. Bye
Thank
bye.
Thanks,
you.
Bert.
Bye-bye.
Bye.